Welcome back to the ship tour of the Harmony of the Seas, the biggest cruise ship
in the world.
I'm Morgan, and this is actually part 3. Started out down on deck 4, moved up to deck 5 for the Royal Promenade. Now I've gone up a couple decks because I want to show you one of the really interesting innovations, something else that's never been done on any other ship, at least not this way, and it's called Central Park. But before we go into Central Park, just to give you a little bit of bearings, I'm more towards the back of the ship than the front. Behind me here is one of the music venues called Dazzles. It's a multi-layered venue where they've got live music at night, and they do some of the quiz and game shows there as well. And right now there's some kind of private function happening in there. And if you could look straight through that, you would see out towards the very back of the ship, and that's where the boardwalk is. But it's not on this deck, it's another deck down. I was confused when I got on this ship. I thought that Central Park, Royal Promenade, and Boardwalk were all one level that you could walk straight through. But like I said, it's not like that. But let's go look at Central Park. Here we are in Central Park on the Harmony of the Seas, and it's a really cool area because all these trees and plants, they're all real. It's not theming, it's real landscaping. And at night, this place is so romantic and cozy as well. But now I want to show you what's in here all together. Here's a map of Central Park, and we're standing right here right now. And over here we've got Chops Grill, which is one of the staple restaurants on most Royal Caribbean ships, if not all. It's like the steakhouse. Chops Grill is a specialty restaurant, which means you're gonna have to pay more if you want to eat there, but if you're a fan of huge chunks of meat, then that's the place for you to go. In the middle here, this space is where the Rising Tide Bar elevates up from the Royal Promenade. So watch the video about the Royal Promenade to find out about what the Rising Tide Bar is. This is where it comes up, and that's where you can get on it if you want to ride it back down. And directly across from that is 150 Central Park, which is like the flagship fancy smancy restaurant here on board. Also an upcharge if you want to eat there. It's going to cost you quite a bit more, but it's supposedly very good. Behind me here is the Trellis Bar in the middle of Central Park, and here's a little tip for you. If you want a quiet, romantic place to get something to drink and you don't want to have to wait a long time until your drink is ready, then come here at night, because I've never really seen very many people sitting here. And like I said, the atmosphere in here is so nice. It's literally like sitting in a park. And during the day, you've got a really cool view way up there to the water slides. Yes, after taking my advice in my Royal Caribbean versus Norwegian Cruise Line Smackdown video, Royal Caribbean has finally started adding water slides to their cruise ships, something they never had before the last couple of years. And I'm gonna show you those slides as well, but that's not gonna be in this video, it's gonna be probably in the next video. Right now we're gonna continue our tour of Central Park, walking further back towards the front of the ship. It's getting windy out here, so I'm holding the camera closer to my face. Behind me is the Park Cafe, which is another one of the dining venues included in the price of your cruise. And actually, as I stand here now, I'm realizing I haven't been in there at all yet. So I think I'm gonna go in there and have lunch right now and take a little break. I've moved on a little bit further towards the front of the ship now, and although there are 20 different dining experiences on board, and bars, and live shows, and water slides, and stuff like that, you know, I think one of the main reasons that people go on cruises is to buy a watch. And if you're one of those people, then you can do it here at Cartier, Omega, and Hublot. Moving on, back here in the very back corner of Central Park, or actually no, it's the front corner if you're considering front and back of the ship, we have another staple on Royal Caribbean, and that is Vintages, the wine bar. And that basically concludes the tour here of Central Park. Be sure to stay tuned for the next videos from the ship, and I'm going to be heading up to the pool deck now to show you all the crazy fun stuff to enjoy up there. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides, and the secret word is emergency. See you next week.